This is Confidently Insecure, the podcast where we're absolutely sure we don't know everything. Absolutely sure we don't know everything. This week's guest is one of my favorite people of all time, / my favorite co-host I've ever had, because I've only had one. You know her as Kate motherfucking Peterman. We talk about a sex party in this episode. A little bit of Game of Thrones, a little bit about Kate's live show, and a lot about that sex party I went to. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should follow me on Instagram at Kelsey darragh to keep up with what the fuck I'm talking about. Also, you can watch this on YouTube at youtube.com/Kelsey darragh. Everything's just Kelsey darragh. You can watch this podcast. You can watch it like a television show, or you can listen to it. Do whatever your heart's content. Desires. Kate's been eating a banana in slow motion this whole time. Party. Let's get to the podcast. Yeah, you're not supposed to be in the intro. Well, here you are. Let's begin.
That's why I was laughing. I was waving like I feel like I shouldn't be here.
I feel like there's only one way to start out this episode. Oriented. Ooh, what?
I thought I got a notification from Hinge, but it was a notification from SoundCloud saying you still haven't done more episodes of your podcast.
Oh no! Guys, I don't even need to introduce her.
Oh, my bad.
Coat motherfucking Peterman, aka Kate Peterman, aka co-host of Adult Sh1t that is dead and gone, or I should say ex-co-host of Adult Sh1t, but current host of Things I Used to Lie About, the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, and everywhere you listen to podcasts.
I think so. Maybe not Spotify. I've put the same amount of effort that I put into most things that are like half-ass ideas. It's not a lot of effort. Honestly, I didn't even put effort into finishing that sentence.
Oh, it's good to be back. How's it feel to be back in front of a mic?
It feels good, man. Yeah. It feels weird that we're doing it with like
headphones on.
Yeah,
because the way we used to do it was so fucking jank.
Yeah, just on the phone.
Literally on an iPhone.
We would tape up our phone and then put my phone down to record the.
Oh my God, we did that all on our own.
Yeah,
we did such a success.
We were. Man, when you're a prodigy, you're a prodigy.
When you got it, you're born with it. Maybe it's,
I mean, it's crazy. We don't even have to try to be so successful. Oh God, this sparkle eyeshadow is making my eyes water.
Oh no, close them.
Mommy might cry.
And it's not out of what's it called when you're thinking back on fond memories?
Nostalgia.
Yeah, you're not crying because of nostalgia. You're just so happy to be back on
what's
the mic
that
with
emotion?
me. I'm like, I can't relate. What's it called when you feel something inside for something?
I was just watching 30 Rock and there was a joke. Jenna was like, oh, what's wrong? You look like the person on that flashcard they told me means sadness.
That's funny because she's a psychopath.
So you're going to hear me drink this coffee, huh?
Go for it. It's going to be ASMR. Sexy. Thanks for doing this.
Of course.
I miss our podcast. People always DM me every day asking what happened to it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how much more to tell them in that I left BuzzFeed, you've left BuzzFeed. We never owned it.
Never owned it. That shit is dead and gone.
Dead in the water, dead in the ground.
Yeah.
Super duper dead.
Soups dupes dead.
Yeah, and people keep asking if it's coming back, and I don't know how furthermore to say no.
I know.
We both started new podcasts. I don't know how much more to get this to you guys, but I'm sorry. But this is the way it is now.
It's so funny because I did that to my friend who was in a band, like someone I grew up with, and they were in a band, and they stopped doing the band. They didn't officially break up, but he's doing his own thing now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why don't you just go back to the band? And I'm just being what everyone says to me, where it's like, why don't you just go back to the podcast that everyone liked?
I can't.
I'm like, I'm doing this new thing now. And it's like, oh, well.
Change is hard, man.
Yeah.
It's always scary when you're taking a risk. Like, but here's the thing is, like, we made that podcast. That's why it was good.
Yeah.
It was because it was us and our voices. And I have to keep reminding myself of that. It's like, that's why people listen. Just because of us, not because it was on a platform that had a lot of viewers.
Did you ever watch Hey Arnold?
Did I ever watch Hey Arnold? Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle?
Oh, poor little guy.
Why's he got one leg?
I know what happened.
Oh, I don't know.
in mind. Okay. What the fuck was I saying? Oh,
Hey
damn
Arnold.
it. This has happened again. Okay. There's a part in Hey Arnold when the, like, Dino Spumoni
Yeah.
and his, like, partner kind of break up.
Okay.
And one is like, they're like, I always brought the lyrics to this band. And the other one's like, well, I always brought the melody, so I'm gonna shine. And then they're both, like, doing their own thing, but they need each other.
Oh, is it a
or
good
whatever.
episode?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it heartwarming? What happens in the end?
They get back together.
Oh, well, unfortunately, that's not what this is, guys. I didn't mean to set you up for failure. You're welcome to come on anytime you want. I can't pay you, though. That's all I got to say is you just like talking to me. You're
That's
more than
fine.
welcome to come.
That's fine.
What else? Update us. Post-Buzzfode life.
Post-Buzzfode. Let's see. Well, I did my one-woman show.
Oh, my God, did she? Did she fucking do that? Or did she do that? She fucking did it. It was the best. It was the best thing I've ever seen you do.
Oh, thank you.
It was incredible.
Thank you. I think that even being at BuzzFeed and having some sort of creative outlet, because when you talk about something for so long and you're like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and then it becomes kind of part of your personality.
Yeah.
Like you're going to do this thing.
Oh, shit.
You know, and then when you have all of these other reasons to be like, well, I can't. I'm too tired at the end of the day when I was at BuzzFeed, or
Right.
I'm giving them all my ideas,
Right.
or when we were doing the podcast, I was like
Giving all yourself.
giving all myself and I didn't want to share anymore in the writing. And then same thing with my own podcast. I was like, well, now I'm giving so much of myself and this is what I'm focusing on. And then eventually I had to, like, all of that had to go away for me to be like, this is what I
thing,
want
yeah.
to get out, and this is how I want to get it out. And I
It's
keep
very
looking for
personal.
like, yeah,
It's your, like, childhood.
Yeah.
It's your upbringing, which you talk about and you joke about, but you did it in a way that was, like, all parts heartbreaking and beautiful and still funny and still, like, I still learned shit about you that I didn't know about before, even though, like, you were so revealing
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Was that hard to do?
yeah. My fucking psychiatrist prescribed me Ativan.
Oh, yeah.
Because I went on a hike with a friend and he asked me how the show was going. And like, even with like, you know, with an eating disorder and stuff like that, when it comes to like physical activity, we're not ones to be like, no, I can't do it. This is my limit. You know, like normally I would just charge through and just feel sick for the rest of the day. But when he was like, how's the show coming? I got such a wave of, like, I had a full panic attack.
Oof.
I was like, I'm going to throw up. We have to turn around.
Yikes.
I have to go back. But that was happening like every day.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was so scared. And I kept like waking up and being like, no one wants to see this. It's so stupid. It's so like,
But
nobody
you fought
cares.
that. You
Yeah.
fought that feeling and you fucking put it up and you did it and you had a packed house. You sold out.
Yeah.
You're doing it again. You're taking it on the road,
Yeah.
right?
I'm going to do it again at Lyric and then I want to take it to a couple cities. Yeah.
How did that feel when, like, you've had this voice talking to you in a certain way, and then how did it feel to do it? Or was it like, I fucked up, I still didn't do it all the way I wanted to?
Well, I definitely felt that immediately after the performance. I was like, wow, I fucked up some lines.
and
like,
you were
it could have
saying
been so
that.
much more streamlined. Yeah.
And we're like, we don't care or know. Like, you are the only person who knows that it
Yeah.
was wrong,
It's the
right?
perfectionist shit.
Yeah.
But it was also really nice because I think that a lot of times one of the hardest things about being so mean to yourself and having to deal with like true self-hate is that there's another part of you that is still a little kid who still hopes and is like, but maybe I'm good enough.
Yeah.
And that's the one that you've been so conditioned to be like, no, because that leads to pain and embarrassment, so shut up.
Right.
So it was nice to do something and be like, okay, the nice part of me, the part that doesn't make me feel bad about myself, isn't entirely crazy.
No, and is like a fan and is like a supporter and like your biggest cheerleader
Yeah.
and like waving the audience like you can do it,
Yeah.
right? Like, I don't know. I feel like
Nice. It was so nice to see you in the audience,
I
too.
my face hurt from like how big I was smiling and laughing, and I was just like I felt like I was watching my child in her first like musical. I was like, oh my god, that one's mine right there, front and center. That's her.
I was just so happy because it was a lot of my friends in the audience too, but just to be able to see you right in the front row was so comforting. I would look over every time I'd get nervous and be like, oh, thank God.
But like I said, like we would have never known that happened. And you were talking about such raw, real things, and it was done in such a way that was so funny and so unique that like I think people were just so present. Like, I've never seen a more mindful audience. That sounds kind of fucking lame because woo-woo LA shit, but, like, everyone was on that, like, journey with you. And there were moments where, like, I'd see you, like, either struggling to remember the line or struggling to say what you were saying because you were so present. And the fact that I didn't know, like, which one it was, I was like, that makes it so much more interesting to watch. Like, I don't know if she's having a breakdown because she's so in it or because she's forgetting or, like, whatever. And I think it made it so much more compelling to, like, I don't know. It was just really dope. I'm really proud of you, dog.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks. I'm so thank you, BuzzFeed, for firing me.
Wrapping up, moral of the story is, whoa, that's so crazy that we're both not there anymore. Like, no one is anymore.
No.
Anywho, the reason why I brought you on specifically today was because I wanted to talk to you.
Chris Evans is here and you're surprising me with him.
Right behind this door. I told you.
You love me?
I told you I know his brother, right?
You did tell me that. Is his brother still single?
He gay.
Oh. Well, I have gay friends. Is he still single?
Is that how it works?
I could set him up.
I don't think he'll need it. He's Chris Evans' brother. I think he's probably chill. So I posted that I was going to a sex party last week.
Oh.
And I was like, I obviously need to do a podcast episode about this because it was...
And who better?
The most insane night of my life. And people were like, we need the story. So and I was like, the only person I would want to talk about this with is you.
Okay. When I think of sex party, I think of two things. A combination of these two things. Okay. A Mary Kay makeup party and a Tupperware party.
But it's with sex toys?
Yeah.
No.
Is it like having sex?
Yes.
So you just like bopped around?
Yes. So literally like there are sex toy parties though that are like Tupperware. Did you say Tupperware by the way?
I said Tupper.
Oh, okay.
But I think I said it in a lazy way.
Oh, well, same. There are
Mary Kay.
They do have those where it's like you go and it's usually like very like middle American wives.
It's just sort of like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna treat myself to this. They call it a rabbit.
What are butt beats?
I think a butt plug.
I'll
take it, but I don't think we'll use it. I'll probably never use it.
This is not.
I'll give it to Sandy next door.
Yeah, Sandy could use one of these.
She's a little whore.
She's a little uptight. I bet she could use one of these.
Good luck getting some of that ass.
Oh my god. Fuck her and her husband.
You wish.
Yes. This is the opposite of that in that every person who is there is a professional at doing sex things. Like it is have you ever seen not Cruel Intentions? Eyes Wide Shut.
No.
Okay. Let me think of another pop culture reference that has a sex party involved. Let me just describe it to you, perhaps.
Yeah.
So, I've been saying I've been wanting to go to a sex party since we were doing Adult Sh1t.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever fully understood. Not why, but what.
So there's the big, that's the big thing, right? Is I wondered why you didn't ask me more.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, Kelsey and her sex parties.
She likes to have sex.
Just sometimes something is so beyond my understanding and so far out of what I've ever thought that I don't even know.
To be fair, this was beyond my wildest dreams.
I can't. I'm going to stop talking. I need every detail.
Okay, so my friend reached out to me and said that she goes to these sex parties. And I was like, oh my God, you bitch, you've been holding out on me. Fucking take me. So, like 2 months ago, I got an invitation from her to buy a ticket. And it's Alice in Wonderland themed. It's got like
Did you say Alice in Wonderland?
What did I? Yeah, maybe. Wonderland. Land?
Sorry.
It's like when I say Crackle Barrel and people are like, it's Cracker Barrel. And I'm like, your mom's a Cracker Barrel.
Fuck yeah, dude. Their mom is a Cracker Barrel.
She-ho. Bought a ticket. It was $20 for a single lady. That's approved by the owners of this club. It's
you have to get approved. So you have to send like body shots.
No. You don't have to like send what you look like. It's very like inclusive.
That's crazy because you have to send what you look like to get a waitressing job in Los Angeles.
Damn, you said that with such vitriol. Like
yeah, because everyone I submitted a headshot to, I did not get.
Fuck those places. You want to call them out right now? You got the platform.
I don't remember their names. One of them was in Venice, so
fuck you, Venice. No, you just have to like know someone, like whoever vouches for you.
Oh,
has
okay,
to
okay,
vouch for
okay.
you. So for couples, it's $400, so $200 a person to go, and you can't go as a single male. So you either have to be a part of a couple or a single female.
Okay.
Which I was already like, boom, I feel very safe.
Yeah. Did you have to get tested before?
No. So we'll fucking get there, dog.
Oh, dude.
We'll fucking get there. So she was like, I'll come over and get ready with you beforehand because I'm like, I don't know what to wear. Do I wear like a fucking paper bag and my titties out or like
Did you get
a
like
pleather
wax
bag?
for it?
No, I shaved.
Okay.
Because I was like, I'm probably not going to be doing so much. Cut to me strapped to a board in the middle of the living room. We'll get there. So she comes over and I'm like, what do I wear? This sexy black dress? And she's like, I don't think you understand. This is like a sex party. Like people literally walk around naked and like with lingerie, like very nice fancy lingerie on. So I was like, fuck, I don't have fancy nice lingerie, but I did have a swimsuit that looked like lingerie that I cut up. And
Cut up?
yeah, it didn't look so hot. So I borrowed some of hers. I'll show you a picture of what I wore.
Because every time I cut my own jeans into jean shorts, I'm like, this will work this time. And it never does.
This time it'll work.
Yeah.
This is what I wore around the party.
You sexy son of a bitch.
How do I describe what that is?
Oh, if any of you watched New Girl, it kind of looks like the thing that Jess buys when she wants to spice stuff up with the one guy,
Nick?
Genslinger.
Oh, it's a specific reference.
Yeah, no, because she wears it over her clothes and it's really funny.
Oh, so it's a lot of strings and straps.
Yeah, it looks
Titties are full out.
confusing.
Titties full out.
Titties full out.
Butt full out. Hooch coved.
Coved a bit.
A bit coved.
But do you have to uncove it to...
No. So
so
people
you
were
could spread
wearing
it.
like full length gowns. The only dress requirement is men have to wear a suit. So like literally I would see guys with just their dick out in like a 3-piece tux. It was the silliest.
Could I ask more questions?
Yes.
Should I ask, or should you? Why don't
Stop
you tell
me
the
when
whole
you
story?
wanna ask questions.
Do you want to tell the whole story all the way through, and then we'll go back and clear stuff up, or do you want to just
Ask me as we go along.
Okay. Was there like a
Coat check? Yeah. There was a coat check.
Did you like check your entire outfit?
So like I didn't realize that we were gonna have to valet the car at this. It was at a hotel. They rented out the penthouse of a hotel
Oh my God, so crazy.
for $20. Kate, I had the best night of my life.
What hotel?
I don't want to say, just in case,
okay,
like, for
yeah.
some god awful reason,
For
someone
sure.
listens.
Okay.
But so I didn't realize that I would have to go from the valet to the elevator, up to the penthouse, to the room, and back, and then Uber home. So I literally wore that with a trench coat over it.
I was hoping you'd say trench coat.
Like literally.
I know the trench coat.
Yes, you know exactly the brown camel colored one.
Yeah,
So
the
I literally,
trench coat.
Yeah, there you go, classic trench coat.
Classic trench coat.
I
You
had to,
little
like-
saucy minx.
I had to literally hold it. We walk into the lobby of the hotel and there's a wedding happening and there's flower girls, like tiny young children, taking pictures by the elevators with their
gonna grow up.
fathers. My titties were hanging out.
They're gonna grow up, and your dad was wondering what was not your dad.
Oh God,
I'm so sorry.
Mike.
Your dad's name was Drew. I'm just kidding.
What?
I know.
You know it's Mike. I don't know your dad's name. Give me a hint.
Charles.
John. No, it's not. It's Charles?
Chuck.
Chuck. Okay, Chuck sounds more familiar.
Yeah.
Charles, no.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Charles.
I don't like that we brought up our fathers.
Okay, how did we get here?
You started it.
Let's go back.
Well, I also messed. No. You.
You said something about
But
a
you
dad.
said flower girls with dads.
Yeah, that's what
And
it
then I
was.
said your dad.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm always thinking about
My dad. It's fucking rude.
Mike Darragh.
It's super fucking rude. And now I... oh my God. Please move
Michael
on.
Darragh.
Please move on. Oh, I'm picturing terrible things.
I'm just kidding. I don't think about your dad as much as I think about your mom.
mom.
Hey.
Suck
All right, sorry,
my
keep going.
Fat knee hole. So we go to the penthouse.
Yeah.
And we walk in. Well, first they take your phones. It's literally like a security guard,
that's
and they
fair.
check your phone and they put it in a bag and they give you a tag. So like, don't lose the tag. And you walk in the door, which is like locked, gated, is key entry. And there was literally like
Jesus
a
Christ.
line of people, and I was like, "What is this line for?" She was like, "Oh, the coat check." And I was like, "There's a fucking coat check."
Yeah.
So I literally take off my coat, titties out, everything's out, and a little girl dressed up in a latex bunny outfit.
A little girl.
Not a sorry, a petite
Details.
woman.
Okay.
The flower girl. Sorry, gross.
We are teetering the line.
Takes my coat, and I walk into what can only be described as literally falling down like an Alice in Wonderland hole. The lights are purple and blue and very sexy. Like, there's no bright lights.
Are you on any drugs?
They hand out free LSD and ecstasy. I did not partake because I was like, I want to have my wits about me and I want to like fully experience this. I only had 2.5 tequilas, half because one of the performers dropped a tab of acid into my drink, and I said, no thank you, and she was like, oh, whoop, and I go, well, now I have to throw this out. So I threw out half a tequila. So I only had 2 tequilas for the whole night.
I'd be kind of pissed if they did that. Because acid's 12 hours.
Yeah, and like, she didn't
I've taken acid.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot you have.
Things have happened.
Oh my God, she's changed since Adult Sh1t. I forgot you did acid.
Yeah, but no, this is about you.
No, wait.
We have to go.
Can we just like get like 3 sentences about your acid trip? Doesn't need context. Just
took acid in Big Bear.
Nice.
Looked into a dog's eyes. Realized none of us are ever fully clean.
What?
Clean? And it was really comforting. I was on the floor and I was just like, we're all a little dirty.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, that's kind of hot.
I don't know. Sometimes you have to be perfect and fully clean, and you just feel a little dirty. And then I was like, everyone is.
Is a little dirty. No one's walking around.
Yeah, nothing's perfect.
Their shit smells better than the other person's.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did acid.
It was the best. It was the best.
Well, you're going to do it again?
Oh, hell yeah.
You are?
I can't wait.
You ever done Molly?
I did.
Did you like it?
It was okay. I feel like after being on Adderall, nothing compares.
I feel like after we did cocaine for the first time together.
I don't know what you are talking about.
You are a different human being than 3 years ago. You have to admit.
I know.
That's crazy.
Cocaine. I did not like cocaine.
You didn't?
I liked it at the time, but I will never.
Classic.
I never want. I actually felt like the residue on the bottom of a trash can when we
Who
were waking
lost
up.
it?
Fucking.
Someone,
we shouldn't
a friend?
out them, but the person who brought it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll cut that part. But
lost it, and we all just like fuzzy-eyed idiots crawling around. Where were
bar.
we? Davy Wayne's,
which is like a dark bar. Like, you literally can't even see your hand out in front of you. And the person we were with comes back and is like, "Who has it?" And we're like, "You do."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Uh-oh." And then we fucking found it.
You found it.
I found it because, goddamn it, I'm like a dog-sniffing drug dog.
It doesn't matter how many whatever substances are in you. When there's a mission, that's so Florida. When there is a mission to be completed, you're like, I've got this.
I'm the professional here.
Yeah.
Well, that what you said about liking it in the moment and then hating it every other time is the most classic cocaine sentence you've ever said.
Yeah.
Maybe the only cocaine sentence you've ever said.
Probably.
I was expecting more drugs to be at this sex party. Like, I was expecting to see, like, naked girls doing lines off each other's buttholes, but everyone was pretty composed.
They just wanted to feel good.
Yeah.
So everything about it was feeling good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It was
possibly something I would go to.
I cannot stress how much I want you to come with me to the next one.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, sorry. So, everyone's like pretty lax in the beginning.
Were they hot? Like, were the people hot?
So that's the other thing I should admit is like it's a very diverse group of bodies. Like, I saw very curvy women, guys who didn't have like bulging muscles or like huge cocks. Like, it wasn't like a Playboy fantasy. Like, it felt very real and very safe. Like
some would dare to say an Erica Lust film.
Oh, Erica Lust throwback. Go watch out her
Erica
porn.
I need another free subscription. So if you could
girl.
inbox me,
just DM her. She will.
Okay.
So in the beginning, everyone's upstairs, which is like the dining room, the living room, where the DJ
feed
stage.
you? No, never mind.
They do have a dinner. We opted out not for the dinner beforehand because I was like, there's probably drugs in it, so no thanks. And there's a DJ floor, and then downstairs there's like 5 bedrooms, huge bedrooms, and each bedroom has like a bed, and there's like condoms by the bowl or in a bowl by the bed, and there's like big ornate bathrooms, like marble bathrooms, big boudoir closets. Like, there is just multiple fucking spaces in this house. So the first What? You're dying already.
No, I'm picturing the Beauty and the Beast mansion.
Yes, it looked like that with like pink and purple lights.
Oh, wow.
Everything was like beautiful and ornate, and everyone looked lovely. Like people you could tell people put hundreds of dollars into their costumes, like because the theme was Alice in Wonderland.
Oh.
People were wearing like masks and like hair pieces and wigs, and I just went in straps, and I didn't wear a mask or anything, which I will get to why that was a mistake in a little bit. But the first hour is pretty much people mingling and drinking and talking. Then the performance happens. So this company hires different adult performers to like be hosts of the party. So to like walk around and like make sure everyone's having a good time, to like do things with someone. So I literally took notes after it happened because I couldn't have my phone in with me. So instead I wrote down everything I could remember from that night.
Oh my God. I wish you brought like a little notebook with you and just tucked it into your boob.
Into your strap. The first sentence is, I never want to forget anything about this night.
Aww.
I walked in, there was mysterious tabs on the left and right, the ecstasy and the LSD. The coat checked, the bar. There were two girls in mirror costumes, so they were fully naked from the neck down, and they were wearing mirrors on their face, so you couldn't see their face. It was really hot. So the first performers I saw was a lady who was carrying a guy in a full latex suit that just had his giant dick out. And he was on a leash, and he was walking around the party like a dog.
Like Channing Tatum in
Exactly.
This Is the End.
Exactly. Good reference.
Thank you.
And she walks up to me.
Great movie.
Just didn't get the Academy acclaim it
I
deserved.
mean, it just was snubbed.
Maybe they'll do a sequel. Maybe it'll call Beginning of the... Anyways, she hands me the leash and goes, take him, he's yours. Do whatever you want with him. And I was like, this is my first interaction. I've been there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, just have my first drink. And I should preface this with, Jared was out of town, my boyfriend, my partner. And he knew I was going. And he said, you can do whatever you want, but just like be respectful about it.
Yeah.
And so I made the personal decision that I wasn't going to do anything with a penis without him.
Yeah.
Because I want him to be there when I do that. So I was all for the fish, the puss that night.
The fish. Jesus, Kelsey. Jesus Christ.
I don't know why I said fish. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Is it because of that Colt 45 song?
What called it 45?
Also, people say that it
Smells like fish.
Fish, yeah.
Whatever. Sometimes my pussy smells like fish. I don't care.
Sometimes mine smells like cheeseburgers.
Ooh, delightful.
I know, and then every time I want a cheeseburger, I'm like, I do love myself.
Glad you're back, Kate.
Missed you.
Missed you, buddy. Fuck. Okay, so that guy with his big old dick out, and he's literally sniffing my ass like a dog. And I'm going, no, that's okay, thank you. And I'm trying to hand the leash back. And she's like, well, fine, but I can't control him. He's a very bad dog. And he's sniffing my ass in my crotch and butt area like a dog. And I'm literally swatting him away. And all that's out is his giant penis out of this leather pouch. And I was just like, okay, this is a lot. I'm just going to like walk away from this. So then they put on the big performance, which is like everyone comes out on the stage. All the sex workers come out and they put on like a dance, which is essentially like 9 people fucking each other on stage for 30 minutes. So there's like people in costumes. They got their dicks out. People are wearing strap-ons. There's girls fucking the guys in the ass. Guys are fucking girls in the ass. Girls are eating each other out while another one gets a blowjob. It was just like amalgamation. I've never seen so many bodies do something like that at once. It was like Cirque du Soleil of sex.
Whoa.
It was pretty wild. And so everyone watches that, and you're like...
What was the dress rehearsal like?
I could not believe how they were staying hard with so many people watching them.
Oh, they had to be Viagra, right?
But they're so young, because they have to...
But they have to perform.
Do you think...
It's like drinking coffee to stay up when you're a doctor. It's the exact same thing.
That makes sense. So you watch that performance, and then after everyone watches that, everyone's feeling like kind of saucy, because you just watched like 9 gorgeous people have sex.
Yeah.
And so... At this point, everyone kind of starts to, like, walk around, and people are going downstairs, people are upstairs, you're mingling. And that's the thing about this, is it felt like there was no pressure to do anything. Like, my friend that I was with just watched the whole time. She didn't, like, partake in anything. And because I was a single female, I had a lot of couples approaching me. Like, I had to swat dick away left and right because I was just like the unicorn there, right?
Yeah.
Like, there weren't a lot of single ladies there. And so I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to get in on this fun. I'm like a tequila drink deep. And I'm like, I want to do something fun. So I go downstairs, and there is what's called, I think, a St. Charles cross.
Oh, God. The same name as my dad. That sucks. I wouldn't have.
St. Charles, a St. Chuck cross. I could be wrong. It might be like St. Richard or something. But
There
it's
isn't
probably...
a St. Richard.
Okay, it's St. Charles Cross, and it basically is a giant wooden X, and there's like
That's what a cross is. Oh, no.
no
To the side.
Yeah, to the side.
Cross is a T.
Letters are hard for quote. So there's chains that you get chained to the X, and I was watching people get chained, and like there would be toys, and people would spank them and rub them and do things. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to go on the board. And so I waited in line, and I met this nice young lady, and we were talking and, you know, making out a little bit and stuff. And she's like, you going to go up there? I was like, yeah. And she's like, all right, let's get you saddled up there. And so I get chained to the fucking X, and then her friend comes over and is like, oh, do you want me to do this instead? And I was like, sure, I don't care. So not the girl that I was hooking up with, but a new girl comes over, and I don't know how much of this I'm going to put in, but starts doing all the things to my body, like fully like rubbing, licking, biting, beating. I have welts on my ass from the things that she did.
How'd you get to your ass? You were chained on the thing.
I'm chained to the X this way. Not this way, like facing you. I'm like chained with my butt.
With your butt out?
Yeah. And so, like, a crowd gathers because she's, like, really doing the fucking most. And another girl gets chained to the other side. So it's, like, two girls facing each other, and they're just, like, beating the shit out of both of us. And with limits, of course. Like,
Yeah, like, were you able to say stop?
Yeah, you can say red or slow or stop. And, like...
and they listen. People listen.
Oh, my God. The kink community is, like, overly consensual because there's such a stigma of, like... violence that they every time I talk to someone they would be like, oh, can I touch you here? Like, even if they were just talking to me.
Do you remember the dick pic that started our podcast?
Yes, how could I forget?
He was into kink.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Probably really consentful.
Yeah.
Except for when he sent you a dick pic with that.
No,
Oh,
I
you asked for it.
Yeah. No, but this is about you. So I was just saying, yeah, the kink community is an, nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nice
It's like
community.
they're not bad people.
Yeah.
Like, they just like to have sex.
It's nicer for people to ask.
Yeah.
Communication. I went to a blowjob class.
What?
And that was her big thing, is like communication.
When did you go to a blowjob class?
It was at Pleasure Chest.
Did we talk about this?
No. It was like a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
I feel like I know a few more things.
What did you learn that you didn't before know?
Just like different little techniques, like the old suck and blow. I don't want to talk about this.
The suck and blow?
Where you go like up one side and down the other. Just like fun techniques to give the best blowjob of your life.
Oh. You've been able to use those little...
Not once.
Well, did you practice on anything? Did they give you a nanner?
No. Could we stay on your topic?
I'm just more curious about like how a blowjob class works. Do you have to pay?
No, it was free.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, no, God, I would never pay.
Okay, I don't know, because I'm like...
Not for that. Unless I was getting something in return. I would never pay to learn how to make someone else feel good.
I never thought I would pay for sex, but here I am.
Well, that's different. You're getting something out of it.
That's true.
Okay, so
I'm on the X, whatever.
You're on the X, other girl's on the X. X marks.
So I'm like...
I'm not going to make this stupid joke.
Thank you. So that was that. That was super fun. And then walking around a little bit more, like just watching, and let me look at my notes because I want to make sure I get the order of how this happened correct.
I just feel like you were probably at this sex party while I was watching Game of Thrones, which is so funny.
Probably. Because you were binge watching every season of Game of Thrones.
Watched it in a week, baby.
That's crazy, and I've never been more proud of you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, so then I met a couple who talks about they were from Kansas City, and they were telling me, like, they were just standing next to me when we were watching people have sex. And this is when people started to really have sex. Like, in all the bedrooms, it would be like couples playing together, or like people just having sex by themselves, and then there would be like a pile of 10 bodies, and like most of the girls are nude, and then, like I said, guys would just have their wangs out or like take their shirt off or whatever. I did not see a lot of condom use. I saw a couple, and there was one guy who was sitting on the couch, and like girls were lined up to have sex with him because he was incredibly good looking, and his penis was at least the size of this microphone.
That just sounds painful.
Yeah, and the girl was like tiny. Like, she was very small. I watched
Big
for a minute.
dudes love little girls and
Tossed them around.
small women.
Yeah.
And small women, I feel like, love big dudes.
dicks. They like to be hurt. Anyways, I watched him literally take girls, plop them on his dick for a few seconds, throw her off, take the next one, plop it on his dick for a second, throw her off, and it was like
I had a dream about this once.
You might have been there. I don't know. It was like a fever dream. But it was like a conveyor belt of pussy.
But you didn't hop on it.
No. I just watched because he was using the condom. So I was kind of like, oh. But he didn't switch it with every girl. So it was more like he was just protecting himself. But people were talking about it. Like, I heard a couple people ask, like, are we clean? Do we need to have the conversation? And no one said anything. So I don't know. I talked to my sex therapist about it, and she said that most swingers parties do have a higher STI, STD rate just because there's more people having sex.
Yeah.
But it's not like any more than if a group of regular people were to have an orgy or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay. So I was
processing everything.
I was talking to this couple, and we were watching.
Wait, what did he look like? What did the guy, like the hot
Channing
guy?
Tatum.
Oh,
he looked like Channing. Like, he was chiseled, built, just like a backup dancer hot.
Damn.
Yeah.
Backup dancer hot.
Yeah. Like, he looked like he could wear a fitted cap real fucking hot.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That is a specific.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's why I was kind of like, huh, really? All right. So I'm standing there with this couple from Kansas City watching people fuck. Like, we're just standing in the side of the room, like, while all these people have sex next to us. And they're telling me about how they flew out here just to go to this event and how they go to these all the time. And they've been married for 20 years and they have kids. And they did not look older than 40 for sure. I would say the majority of people were like 30s. And there were maybe like 10 people who were over the age of 50 there.
Okay. How many people were there total?
Probably like 100. Yeah. A lot.
Oh, so this is like a huge place.
This is a huge place.
Did it feel cramped?
No, my God, no.
Okay.
Like, they blast the air conditioning at like 60 because everyone's so sweaty.
Yeah.
And it was big. It was a huge penthouse. It was like a mansion, but in a hotel.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to them, and I'm like, how did you get into it? Da 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 da. And they were like, we always want to. Oh, my dad's trying to FaceTime me.
No.
You want to say hi?
No.
He's going to ask about my knee. I ruptured my meniscus. Not important. Oh, whoops. Hey, Dad. I'm shooting right now. Can I call you right back?
Yeah, okay. Just checking on your knee.
All right. I'll call you after.
Okay,
Bye. Fucking Apple Watch. That's dangerous, is that you can pick up the phone and not even realize
A
it.
fool. All right.
Full circle.
Make sure it's hung up. God love them.
It is. So I'm talking to this couple, and they said they got into it after being married for so long, and they felt like things were stale, but they didn't ever want to separate from each other. They were
Right.
like, we're committed to each other. And so they got involved in a company that does this thing in Vegas where you go to a hotel in Vegas and they rent out like the whole hotel, and you're there for like a whole weekend, and you like meet people and hang out with them, and it's more like a long weekend thing. And so they said that they had like heard about this one, and they finally got in, and da-da-da. And they're like, it has done wonders for our marriage. And they were there with another couple that they play with. And he was like, oh yeah, this guy is like my plaything. And his cock is just like, I've never come so hard. In front of her husband, she's saying this. I've never come so hard. He just makes me, and I'm like, oh my God. And he was like, yeah, the first time she squirted with him and not with me, I wouldn't let her have sex with him again until I could make her come that way. And I was like, huh.
It's a lot of information.
It's a lot of information, and I wish you could have seen them because you would have just never guessed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they were just talking about, it was so casual
Like, I felt like the prude in the room.
Oh, man. I probably would have cried. Honest to God. I would have walked in and been like, this is not for me.
Really?
Unless I was wearing a mask.
Well, so, okay, let's get to that part. So then I'm in the other room. I'm like, okay, bye, have fun. And I'm playing with these two girls who are like my age, like young, and our age, and young.
What the fuck?
And the reason why I had stopped to talk to them is one of them like stopped me and was like, "Oh, are you so and so?" And I was like, "No, not my name." And she was like, "Oh gosh, sorry, you just looked so familiar." And I was like, "Oh no, blah blah blah." And then I got to talking to them, and so then I was like, "Okay, I think I'm kind of done." Like, people were just going in and out, so I didn't feel weird that I was like, "Okay, now I'm gonna leave because I'm done." And the girl was like, "Oh, are you leaving?" I was like, "Yeah, it was so nice meeting you guys." And she's like, "Is it gonna be weird now that like I'm only gonna think about masturbating whenever I see your videos?" And I go, "Huh?" And her friend's like, "What?" And she's like, "Your videos." And I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And she goes, "Don't worry, I won't tell anyone." And I like was like, "Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna walk away now." And I just like disappear behind the door. And I was like, "That fuck." She fucking made. She knew. She made the connection, and I wasn't wearing a mask or anything.
Yeah.
And so then part of me was like, "Fuck." But then part of me was like, I don't care. I'm going to talk about this on a podcast anyway.
Yeah.
So what I learned was I think next time I'm going to wear like a wig and a mask. Like something saucy.
Yeah. I feel like the only way I'd be able to do that is if it wasn't me.
You don't feel like yourself there because you're around so many people that are just free of inhibition.
Yeah.
That it feels so, it's really comfortable.
How'd you feel after? Like,
I couldn't believe it.
How did they end? Like,
So I left at around 2 a.m. and the party goes till 3. My friend had left a little earlier because she wasn't partaking. She was like, "Okay, have fun." I was like, "I think I'm going to hang out for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick around." And they go till 3. And then most people end up getting a room at that hotel so that they can, like, keep going. But, like, I saw a lot of people boning and, like, not a lot of people coming. Like, I don't think I saw any dudes, like, outwardly come. So I was kind of like, I don't even think the goal of these things is to come. Like, I think you go
it's just like to
pleasure,
yeah.
and to like feel good and like explore. Like, there's definitely no end goal. Like, I left and I was just kind of like, okay, that was it. Like, I didn't feel like I hit a conclusion or hit like a peak. I was just like, all right, I'm kind of tired.
And there was no, like, inner judgment or anything like that.
Oh, my God, no. If anything, I felt the most, like, normal amongst these people. Like, I felt so safe. I was telling Jared, I was like, I've never felt so not judged. And so, like, I would feel grosser and less safe at a bar than I felt, like, with these people.
Yeah.
Like, they were so...
But, I mean, even, like, when you leave that and go back into a much more, like sexually conservative world, did that
I didn't really
play a part at all?
I went home and I went right to sleep and I realized I didn't shower, so I woke back up and showered. And then I was kind of like, I'm going to let that live in that world. Like, I'm going to let that be what last night was. Like, I'm not going to try and, like, take this into my life and, like, apply it. Like, I think it was a really fucking cool experience, and I would do it literally again in a heartbeat and, like, tell everyone I know to go.
I can't believe it was $20.
$20.
Yeah.
Open bar.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, I'd go for the open bar.
That's what I'm saying. And I think the Uber was like $30 or whatever. And so I think I ended up spending like $50 on the whole night.
I'm just kind of in awe of your confidence about the whole thing.
But there was a moment right before I walked in the door that I was like, oh, fuck. What if I'm like the only one that doesn't know how to do this? Yeah. And then when I got in there, like, you know how I am. Like, I don't think I'm, like, hot shit. Like, physically, I'm just, like, very okay with how I look. And I had never felt so pretty in my life. Like, people will compliment you.
You are hot shit.
No. I don't feel like a 10. Like, I feel like a solid 5 in LA. You know what I mean? And, like, I felt like a fucking, like...
Jesus Christ.
Like, I don't know. I just don't think I have, like, a face that's built, like... what a hot, I'm using air quotes, face looks like.
Well, the world just doesn't want us to feel hot, so we keep buying their products.
You.
Capitalism.
But let me tell you, like, everyone there makes you feel so beautiful. Like, I went back to Jared afterward and was like, I've never loved my body so much. I've never felt so good about myself. I've never felt so confident and pretty and, like, wanted in a weird way.
Wow.
I know.
And I'm just trying to wrap my mind around, because I don't judge you about going, but I feel like I'm like thinking, and I would just be like, well, no, God would hurt me if I went. You know, like there's like an existential, like, nice girls don't do that sort of thing that like I would have a hard time struggling with. And that's what I've always like admired, is that you don't seem to have that at all.
Well, I don't think I have, like, the Catholic guilt thing. Like, I don't think anyone's judging me in that, like, I'm my own worst critic.
Yeah.
And so I think there was more revolution with myself that evening than, like, an outward judgment, you know? Like, I wasn't worried about, like, what Jared was going to think if I did something or, like, what my friends might think if I tell them the story. Like, I don't feel shame when it comes to anything sexual, really.
Damn.
Truly. Like, I can't think of a situation.
What I would give.
I just can't think of a situation where I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't try that, or, oh, I look down upon someone. And I will say, what you reminded me about, like, good girls don't do that. I totally thought I was going to go there, and there were just going to be these, like, fucking sexual deviants that couldn't even, like, contain themselves, just, like, exuding sex. Like, they couldn't, like, little fucking siren mermaids that were just, like, going to eat me alive. And, like, everyone was super fucking chill.
Yeah.
Like, no one was overly, like, you know, in your face about anything. Like, it felt like a fucking networking event with your tits out.
Damn.
I did actually meet a guy who has a production company out in Marina Del Rey, and we talked for a very long time about work stuff, so.
Just naked.
Yeah. And he was like, if you ever need any, like, contacts or need me to look over anything, I was like, no, dude, I'm not going to pretend like you have to do anything for me now that I've been standing here for 2 hours with my titties out in front of you, but thank you so very much.
Damn.
But now I feel like next time I see him, if I ever did, it would be like this fun little, like,
Wow. I'm floored. I'm honestly floored.
I cannot tell you how much I would, like, recommend everyone to try this once in their life.
Wow.
But I don't know, maybe if watching porn doesn't make you feel, like, because I was thinking, well, what kind of people come here? They have to have some sort of exhibitionism about, did I say that word right?
No.
Like, what's it called when you like people watching you?
It's like a fetish?
Yeah, but, like, there's a specific one where you like to do it in public.
Oh.
Exhibitionism.
I don't know.
I think it's exhibitionism. Like, I thought, only people who like that would like this.
Got it.
And it wasn't the truth at all. Like, I don't think I would be super comfortable letting people watch Jared and I have sex. Mm-hmm. But there were people, like, in the closet, or, like, I would open the bathroom and there would be people hooking up, and it was, like, still very private. Like, you had a lot of privacy if you wanted it.
And then, okay, so, like, what about the guy who was there that everyone was just, like,
Taken,
Yeah. He couldn't go there on his own. Like, he had to have had a girlfriend there.
Yeah. So I guess they're just open.
So it's just all people there. Like, there's no one. Are there sex workers there that also have sex with the people who are going?
I don't know what to call them. I know that they were hired by the company, but they don't partake in the sex with any guests.
Oh.
They can play with each other.
Okay.
They perform. They walk around and make sure everyone's having a good time, but they're not there to, like, have sex.
Like, you're not making out with any of them.
No.
Okay.
And, like, there was security there that was very, like, inconspicuous. And there was one, like, kind of sketchy moment that I was like, you're not going to like this. I was, like, in the corner of a room, and there was a closet behind me, but I didn't think, it was such a small door, I didn't think there was, like, any way to get in it, or why would anyone want to go in there. And I saw a guy come and try to open the door behind me, and it was locked. And there's a no locking doors policy. You can shut the door, but you can't lock it.
Yeah.
And so he kind of, like, really hurriedly scurries out and, like, comes back with a guy in a big black suit. And the guy bangs on the door, bangs, bangs, bang. No one answers. That guy leaves, comes back with another guy, bang, bang, bang. And finally, when they, like, went to go get another person, the door opened. I was like, oh, it's open. Someone opened the door. And it was people that were, like, boning, but they didn't hear the security. And so they were like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry. And they were like, no locked doors. And I was like, oh my God, what a tense moment. And they were like, oh no, totally cool. We'll come out, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And so then I went in there to see what they had done. But it was like the girl wanted, that was her kink, was that she wanted to be, like, railed by a bunch of dudes in a closet.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I don't want to be a judgmental person because if I'm a judgmental person, when am I ever going to have fun?
When are you ever going to get railed by 4 dudes in a closet?
Well, I definitely know that I don't want that.
Which, like, that's the other thing is I realized, like, my kinks, if you would even want to call them, like, aren't that weird.
Yeah.
I went to go pee in one of the bathrooms, and there was someone getting urinated on in the shower, and I was like, oh, sorry. And they're like, no, you can come in and watch if you want. And I was like, I just got to pee. And they're like, oh, we can shut the curtain if you want. I was like, no, it's okay. You guys keep going. And I just, like, sat and peed while someone in the shower got peed on.
I feel different. I feel like a different person just hearing this story.
Like I said, it felt like a fever dream. Like, I had to ask myself if all of that happened.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, did I really see all of that happen last night? It was fun.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
That's how I felt about acid.
Your acid is my sex party.
Aw.
Aw,
Dude. There are boundaries.
That's maybe what I learned is, like, about boundaries.
I think that's like, yeah, you have to go and really not, like, be able to say, no, I don't want this, or to know what you actually like. I think
Or to
that's
say
what's really
stop or
intimidating
whatever.
about it, because I think it actually sounds like, who wouldn't want to go there for only $20, open bar, and you get to
Yeah.
have fun with people?
Yeah.
It sounds great. I know for myself, I want to, because you already have, like, the love sex stuff, like, and sex while in love and relationship and trust and all of that sort of stuff. And so now it's like, it means
Fun.
something,
Yeah.
then it's just like fun or
Yeah.
whatever. But I feel like until, you just have to want that.
You gotta want that. It's
Yeah.
not for everyone. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah.
I feel like there were a lot of people that were there just to, like, watch. Voyeurism, I think, is what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
The word.
I don't know. Voyeur to me
me Google
sounds like a college. Vassar? Is that
Vassar's
the
a college.
Okay.
Voyeurism. Voyeurism? I don't know if I'm spelling this right. The practice of gaining sexual pleasure from watching others when they are naked or engaged in sexual activity. So I guess there's voyeurism, which is the act of watching people, and then there's exhibitionism, which is the act of doing it in front of a bunch of people.
Oh, okay.
So voyeurs and exhibitionists probably
They both
enjoy
sound
this
so
party.
brave.
But it's a kink.
Yeah.
So it's like you get, like, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't, like, jerking off in the corner like, this is what I want. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've watched porn a lot.
I don't like porn anymore.
Anymore?
I used to, like, go on Pornhub. I think I liked it when I had never seen porn before, and then I got
now you're
over
too
it. Yeah, now I'm like,
into
I don't
it.
believe you.
How's that going?
I just have to, like, use my imagination.
Well, good thing you're a very talented writer, because
Thank
you can
you.
probably write some weird Game of Thrones stuff. Who are you most sexually attracted to in Game of Thrones? I really threw a curveball.
I think, I mean, the two, oh my God. Oh. Bronn.
Not Bran.
No.
Bronn. Which is...
He's the guy who was like he fought for Tyrion when Catelyn had Tyrion captive. He can't be in the same room as Cersei because it's in their contract because they used to date.
Do tell the listeners that hot tea.
Well, I mean, it's all over the internet.
Yeah, but I didn't know about it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, you told me about it.
Sam Stryker told us at E.
Oh,
We
yes,
both
yes,
were
yes,
working for E one
we
day
were working
together.
for E. Yeah. So I guess it was in, like, it's a clause in their contracts for the show that they can't be in the same room together or film on the same stuff. So
Because they dated
'Cause they
Cersei and
dated.
Bronn.
Yeah.
And the breakup was so bad.
IRL. Yeah, that's really sad.
Would you ever do something like that, or do you think you can maintain a level of professionalism? Sorry, I was yelling.
I'm so cocky when it comes to acting that I would be like, you're gonna watch me be better than you.
That's what I would think. Is I would want to be
unless it was so. Unless they both hurt each other, so like if someone hurt me that bad and had like this power over me, I'd be like, I can't have them in the room because I won't do my best.
What do you think they do for, like, premieres?
I don't know. But he's the one he's one that I'm very sexually attracted to. I was attracted to and am attracted to Dany in all of her.
The ways.
All the ways.
Especially
And-
her eyebrows, you said.
Yeah. That's why I'm growing mine out.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And everyone that she ever had sex with.
Do you like Aquaman? Kate's taking a very long pause.
Good God, yes.
You do?
Are you joking?
I don't see it.
Here's the thing. I
Okay.
thought I didn't see it.
Okay.
And then I opened my eyes.
Oh, I'm just not looking.
He's so strong, you know?
But
And
I don't know
just
that, like,
love that he's so
strength
strong.
equals hot to me.
It's hot to me.
I think the reason why I liked Channing Tatum, who we talk about quite often, is because I know he's soft. Like, his acting ability is very soft. Like, he can do, like, puffy, sad face really well.
Well, here's the thing. He's also, he's dating, Lisa Bonet.
Right now?
Yeah, Aquaman.
Oh, Aquaman. I think I meant Channing Tatum. I was like, really? I thought she was married.
And I feel like or no, maybe they're married.
I think they're
Yeah, they're
married.
married. And I just feel like there's no, like, she's so perfect
Yeah.
that there's no
They're a
way she'd
perfect
settle
couple.
for anyone
That's
less than
not
perfect,
kind
you
and
know,
sweet.
and just great
I
in
guess-
every way.
Yeah, it's because I never see his acting ability as sensitive.
Oh.
His always like, me, man, beard, muscles.
Yeah. I also really liked the guy. I think I was most attracted to the guy that she dated, who was like in Marine.
Oh, the guy with the eyeliner?
Did he have eyeliner on?
I don't know.
It doesn't
I might be
matter.
thinking of
This is
something
boring
else.
now,
No! Wait, give us a prediction what you think is who's gonna be in the Iron Throne. And if you don't watch or if you're not cut up, that's your own fucking fault.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't fucking know.
Supposedly, the episode coming out this week, which it will already have been out by the time this comes out, but supposedly episode 5 is even crazier than episode 4, which I can't imagine.
You mean 3?
Yes.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
Because we just passed episode 3.
we did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I thought it was 4.
No, Battle of Winterfell is 3.
So then she's talking about episode 5 is the craziest episode.
Who's she?
Danny.
Oh, okay.
But there's only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So she's saying the penultimate is the craziest.
That's how they did in most of their, like, the seasons. It was the second to last episode was usually fucking crazy.
And then you think the finale is just, or like the series finale will just be like wrapping up?
I think it'll be a wrap up, and I think there will be something shocking.
Do you think they're going to tie up all loose ends, or do you think they're going to leave us on a twist? Like, I hate it when movies make you wonder, like it's for you
Like
to
in
want.
Inception, when you didn't know if he was in a dream
Thank
or in
you.
real life. I don't want
fucking
to end
do
that way.
Thank you. I want closure.
I want to know. Don't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's up for you to decide. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I got a writer's check to do your job.
I don't think I'm
Finish
qualified.
the fucking story.
Thank you.
Finish
totally
the story
agree.
and then let me decide, because it's like for you to decide. It's like, what a fucking cop out. You decide and I decide if your decision was right or not, and I get to feel better than you if I disagree.
And-
that is the dynamic we agree on.
in the cinema, in the cinematic contract we all sign at birth,
You get billions of dollars,
and I walk away satisfied.
and I pay 18 to be
Which is
judgmental of
crazy.
how you spent your time.
I'm furious that we pay $18 for a fucking movie ticket in LA.
It's wild.
Why do we do that?
I don't know. The Vista's pretty cheap, though.
Where's the Vista?
Oh,
This
like
is LA
Vermont.
talk.
Oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
y'all. I forget.
sorry.
I forget sometimes we're just recording. I can just talk to you forever.
Yeah, it's like forever.
We're supposed to go to Olive Garden. Are you excited about that?
I am.
That's all I could think about today.
I can't get over this sex party.
Oh, I'm glad I got to get it out of my head, and now it's out.
I really can't get over it.
I don't know if you should go or if you want to go, but I just think that it was something that everyone should at least see in their life once
Yeah.
and feel the way that I got to feel that night.
I think it would be fun to dress up like that.
Yeah,
go,
and
'cause
wear
I
like
don't
a
dress
crazy
up like that.
wig and
Yeah.
put on fun face masks.
Do
and
people come
stuff.
up and just touch you? Or
No.
they
Oh my
ask?
God, yes. They
Okay.
totally ask.
Okay.
And I said no so many times, which was actually weird because I'm not someone that likes to say no.
Yeah.
I'm a people pleaser and I
For
hate
sure.
confrontation. So
Yeah.
I think I had to exercise my ability to say no that night, which was fun. But it didn't feel like high pressure. There was no high
Yeah.
stakes.
See, that's
It
another
wasn't
reason
like
why
fuck or die.
I really like Game of Thrones.
Why?
Because there's some fucking hot scenes in there.
Some sex stuff.
Dude.
You ever be watching shit and then you have to pause to masturbate?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you're
Yes.
like sweaty and you're like, you should shower.
I feel great. After it's done, I'm like, I needed that.
And you're like, now we can get back to the show.
That's how I feel. Yeah, every time. Oh, the one part that like really was like the hottest thing was, and it made me actually very attracted, I think, to Jason Momoa because of just this one scene where Danny and Khal Drogo are married, and she finally turns, and she's like, "No, you're gonna look at me in the eyes." And they like start, and he like they both get into it, and I'm like, this is the hottest thing I've ever seen.
Whoa, because then it was like she was giving in to
Yeah.
her desires as well.
They both, yeah.
I think I masturbated in a movie theater once when I was a teenager. Like I didn't think I.
Oh no.
I think
what movie?
Well, that's the thing is it's weird because it had nothing to do with the movie.
Well, kids just are full of hormones.
Yes, that's what it was. That was full of hormones. Did you watch Pen 15?
I did.
Did you love it?
I loved it.
Pen 15 is a show on Hulu about girls in middle school, and it's
The masturbating episode is
Thank
the best
you.
fucking, where she goes home, she's like, "No one bother me, I'm taking a nap!" And then she just like turns off all the lights and just starts humping everything in sight, and
That
it just
was
smells
me.
bad and she's sweaty.
that was literally
Same.
Exactly.
I remember being on the bus on
You
my way home.
would?
Yeah. I would think of God right beforehand and be like, "Oh, I suck!" And
so
then I would
just like
stop.
her with her creepy grandpa or dead
Yes,
grandpa.
yes,
yeah.
it was so fucking good. But I remember being on I remember being on the bus on the way home and just being like, "Oh yeah, it's on." Cuz I also learned I didn't know what a latchkey kid was.
I don't know what that is.
It means like when you go home, there's no one else there. Like you have your key and you're home for a couple hours, like because both your parents work.
I
and
was
no one else
partly
there.
that.
Yeah, well, I didn't know if that's what it was called, but that was
What you were.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was. I would get home and like no one would be there, and so I would get so excited on the bus to go home and be like,
Oh,
"It's about to go down," and I was like,
I just did this is
And
how
I-
we do it instead of it's about to go down. Anyways.
but that's what I was singing.
Oh,
This
it's
is
about
to go down.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Thank you for
I
clarifying.
remember thinking on the bus, like, this is really what I thought. And I feel like I had it all figured out in high school, like early high school. It was just like, am I going to go home and masturbate first?
God.
Or am I going to go home and eat a bunch of salt and vinegar chips first? Which one?
Wait,
is
I
it gonna
remember
be?
you talking about this because then you would have like salt and vinegar chip fingers.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
did-
no. That happened. So then I figured out the right
Order. 'Cause
order.
If you do it reverse, it could burn.
But some people, when you meet them, I'm like, I know that you masturbate with dirty, cheesy fingers. Like
What
like
an
Cheetos.
awful thing to say about someone.
That's what, when I see like just a blue light on in someone's like apartment, if they have all the, lights off and they're just watching TV with the blue light, for some reason I'm like, you masturbate with.
That's I feel like is the
Cheesy
most
fingers.
judgmental thing you could say about someone is that they masturbate with cheesy fingers.
I think it's knowing someone owns lizards.
They have an aquarium for sure. Or like an aquarium with an animal who doesn't belong in an
No,
aquarium.
that's the thing. I have so many judgments about all of this stuff, and it's. I think that when you're like super self-conscious about stuff, it's because you're so judgmental.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be so judgmental. I want to be like, follow your bliss, no judgment. You
But
know what
how
I
do
mean?
you think that can be translated for good for you?
I don't know.
How's therapy going?
It's going well. I got laid off, so I'm not going every week anymore.
Right. Yeah,
yeah.
that shit's expensive.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think that's something that I'm trying to be actively working on, is not being so judgmental.
But I think
about stuff.
that's also you're unlearning years and years and years of
Right.
fucking. You have to be a little gentle with yourself and your
Yeah.
self-compassion because you just can't be perfect overnight, unfortunately.
You can.
Your mom can.
Your mom can.
Can we go to Olive Garden?
Yeah.
What are you gonna get?
Fucking dude. Fucking
Dude. Breadstick soup salad combo?
absolutely, and that's just to wet my whistle, dude. I'm
Ew.
about to-
Is the pasta at Olive Garden good?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I feel like we should. Are we gonna get a wine or no?
Oh, bitch. I Ubered here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because Jared has a car.
Oh, true.
Did you
true,
drive?
True. I did. But wherever we park, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
If I have to leave it, I have to leave it. I did have a dream last night about getting a DUI.
Oh, that's a sign then. Don't do that.
So yeah, I'm just gonna Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
I feel like we just scratched the surface.
I know,
I
I
didn't
feel
even
like
get to eat my banana because you started talking about a sex party, and I immediately thought I was going to throw up.
well, we could always do a part 2.
Okay. I'll do.
Where can people follow you? They're obviously following you if they're listening to this app.
Don't follow me. Follow your dreams.
I think you've said that before.
Probably. I reuse jokes. I only have about 10.
No, that's not true. You're very funny.
I have about 12.
But it's hard to think of on the spot. I put you on the spot. You're at Kate Peterman.
On Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
At KYTEPA.
Fucking bitch.
On Twitter. If you want to see me talk about Game of Thrones,
Yeah, no, she's been tweeting about that Game of Thrones. It'd be funny.
that's it.
And go listen to your pod.
Yeah. It'll be back eventually.
It takes time.
Yeah.
And you've been putting your shit into your one-woman show. And be on the lookout for your one-woman show dates.
Oh, yeah. Come see me. Okay. People pleaser in a city near you, maybe, if you live in Boston.
Oh,
That's where I want to go because I feel like Boston is
Catholic.
so Catholic
Yeah,
and
that's
and
going to be perfect.
drinks a lot.
Yeah.
Boston is just a bigger,
Boston.
Boston.
I've been to Boston. I've been to Boston once. It was very cold. Great lobster, though.
Great.
Jared's from
lobster.
Boston. I wonder if he knows any Connexies. He might be able to help you. I
Jay
don't know.
Red, where is he now?
Today, he's here.
Oh.
He leaves tomorrow.
Oh.
And then he's back Saturday, and he's performing Saturday night if you want to come out to the club. I think Canty's going to come.
This Saturday?
Saturday night. He's in LA
What
performing for the
club?
first time Avalon.
Where's that?
I don't know. But come. It's
Okay.
free drinks. And
Okay.
free booze.
Oh, because we could do the backstage stuff. Do you think he'll let me shoot off the fog gun again?
Oh, 100%.
I won't be as drunk this time.
I don't think you were as drunk that night as you were the night of the podcast. I don't know what the fuck happened that night, but we went from backstage like chilling to not chilling
Yeah.
immediately.
I don't know. I think
Nerves, dog.
I think I just wanted to leave the podcast for a really long
You were
time.
like, maybe if I drink.
So I just took like I said in my show, I took a vacation from myself.
Oh, I liked that part of your show
Thank
because
you.
it's really funny.
Thank you.
And I don't want to spoil anything, but it comes back in a very funny way. Fernando, what's his name?
Donatello.
God, it's good.
One of the turtles, ninja.
Oh, Donatello. Can you name the other ones? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Raphael
Da
and
Vinci Code.
Luigi.
Perfect. This has been Confidently Insecure. I'm Kelsey Darragh. Thanks so much for listening, Coat Peterman.
Fucking bye!
We did it! Yeah.